Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. You know, I have over 600 videos on this channel, right? And if you have been watching me for a period of time, or if you've gone back and looked at some of the videos, you know that I'm into preparedness. It's the name of the channel. I encourage you to be into preparedness. And, I tell you to take steps, or I suggest, or, recommend, or try to encourage, pick the verbs you want. You to take steps, basic steps to get prepared. Things like, storing food and medicine and water and having a plan and, those kinds of things. And I'm sure many of you are doing that. And I'm sure many of you, like me, my family, and my friends, if you will, the Shofarians, I'm sure many of you, like us, are preparing, as groups. Because that's the important thing, is to have a group of people. Because one or two people alone, if times get truly chaotic, are going to kind of be in a hurt locker. Some of us have gone steps further than that in our preparations and are planning to receive refugees, if you will, to take in those who, for whatever reason, are not ready when it happens. Now, it could have been that they were totally ready, and that the first thing that happened is their survival supplies 1, 2, and 3 all disappeared, by whatever means. And so here they come with nothing. And so being prepared to take care of others. I read something somewhere that said you can tell, and this sounds like I'm patting myself on the back. I'm not. It just talks about circles. You can tell the greatness of a man by the size of the circle he draws around himself. And the point is, you can tell, what are you thinking about? Are you just thinking about your own skin? There are plenty of people out there, that's all they're concerned about, is this skin right here. As long as I'm good, I don't really care. I'll throw the old lady under the bus. Then there are most people, I think, are concerned with their family, right? Some of those people extend it to their kin or their neighbors, right? They're close friends, maybe. Maybe they're not neighbors, but maybe they're close friends. And then people start extending beyond that. But there are people out there who are trying to prepare for people they don't even know, right? Southern Prepper One just did a video on, how to make a refugee camp or something like that. My son and I did a video about 2 years ago, very similar, about how to make refugee shelters out of cattle panels and tarps and stuff like that. A lot of housing quick for people who just show up with nothing. And I'm going somewhere with this. If one has taken the steps to prepare for he and his immediate circle, he and his family, right? Let's say you've stocked up a big chunk of food and medicine and ammo and stuff, right? You are a prepper extraordinaire. To do that, you have had to sacrifice. I don't care if you're a millionaire. You've had to dedicate resources, principally money, but also time, into acquiring stuff that you then can't use those resources to buy your bass boat. Well, my bass boat is my B.O.B., my bug-out boat, whatever. But you know what I mean? You can't go to Cozumel with the money that you bought, a pallet of freeze-dried food with, that kind of thing. Everything's a trade-off. And so, if you have done that, and then you also, or one also decides that, I'm going to put some stuff away to help others who are less fortunate than me, or who come to the realization too late, or whatever. And maybe you start doing things like figuring out about shelter. So maybe you buy a whole bunch of tarps for these people to make shelter in, or maybe you start putting up food for them. Maybe you start putting up some limited medical supplies or water purification, or whatever. This thing can go as big as you want it to go, right? But let's say you take steps to take in strangers and take care of them. Should that person who does that be expected to take care of those strangers at the same level they're taking care of their daughter? Think about that, because the easy knee-jerk answer, I think, is, yes, of course, share and blah, blah, blah. Really? If I get enough comments saying, yes, that's what to do, then I would ask you, how much have you prepared for other people? And I could probably do another video on the logical fallacy there, because what people are doing is they're just kicking the can down the road of the unpopular, the uncomfortable decision that's going to have to be made when, just let's say, if your daughter doesn't have this spoonful of beans, the entire spoonful of beans, she will die tonight. That's how hungry she is. And there's 3 more kids over there who aren't yours. Who gets the beans? So, let's say you've put up food and shelter for refugees, and let's say they all come to your place and you assist them with instruction and gear on how to build a little shanty town. That gets them out of the weather, right? And you tell them, over there's the firewood, you can build yourself a fire, maybe show them how. And here's a big pot of oatmeal. Let's just say that, right? Because I don't particularly like oatmeal. Here's a big pot of oatmeal, but it's nutritious, it's filling, and it'll provide you needed calories. All right, I'll see y'all. I'm going back up to the house. And in your house is your house. You know, you got your wood stove, and you're eating venison steaks, and, you know, your wife's got a blueberry cobbler. I'm obviously drawing a huge distinction here, but I'm doing it on purpose to make a point. Should you be expected to invite those 30, 40 people? Maybe it's only 5 people. Should you be expected to invite them into your home to eat that stuff? Or can you just be thanked for giving them the gruel and the tarp, you know, to live in? And then here comes the real point of this whole thing. I was just emailing back and forth with a brother, and he's working on these lines of establishing some kind of structure for my word, refugees. I'm trying not to get too much into Second Exodus stuff for those of you who don't follow that. And his question was, should he disarm people who are coming to the camp? It's a good question. If you're taking in refugees, should you disarm them? Should them giving up their guns be a condition of them coming in to stay with you and to partake of the things you have provided for them? And maybe I'll just leave that there for now and listen to the comments. I'll just say maybe 2 things to kind of stir the pot a little bit. There's no way in heck I would ever give up my guns, you know. Bam. Not going to do it. But I could pass on going to a camp. It's like, well, that's the rules. Your house, your rules. Thank you. Me and mine are getting on down the road. So that's number 1. Number 2, not everybody's like me. I'm not going to shoot you at 1 o'clock in the morning when you've been nice enough to let me sleep in your garage so that I can move into the big house and eat the big house food. I will be thankful for what you give me if I'm in need. But not everybody's like that. And do you really want to have 30 armed people that you don't know outside of your house where you have 3 armed people inside? You know, things to think about. Maybe we'll let that go there. Y'all comment a little bit. It'll probably spur another video. All right, things to think about. I'll see you out there. Maybe.